Dankeschön. Hello everybody, welcome to the Grant Akeem channel. This is Match Day 2 predictions. Grant Predicts is the series. Basically, I'm going to give my expert predictions, wink wink, on who I think is going to win, who's going to lose, or if the game's going to end up in a draw. And we can compare how many points we have. Hopefully you kept track of Match Day 1. I will, of course, remind you guys of my picks from last weekend and how many points I have later. But before we get too deep into the episode, I'm going to try my best to keep it under 20 minutes again. I will try, but we'll see. But if you are new, consider subscribing. Bottom right hand corner, we're on the road to 160 on the channel, which is incredible. Tell your friends and family about the channel. Very chill environment where we get to have fun and relax and just watch sports or watch a game or just whatever it might be. Just a very chillax environment. Make sure you click the bell icon so you're notified when I go live. Give the video a thumbs up if you enjoyed yourself. If you want to join me on Twitter, follow me there. Grant Akeem is the handle. My Instagram and TikTok, TikTok is @Grant_Akeem. If you want to get merch, join the Discord, or make a donation, all of those links are in the video description. Right, match day 1 in the Bundesliga. To kind of sum it up, it was a big goal fest, lots of goals, besides our Dortmund game, of course. But it was good. I think the game of the week was probably that Augsburg and Gladbach game that finished 4-4. Match day 2, we got some pretty good matchups. I don't want to say we have any big kind of juicy ones. That's definitely more in the later weeks, upcoming months. But yeah, it should be a pretty decent match day. As a reminder, we will be covering, make sure I get the times right. So on Saturday, August 26th, we will be live on the channel, 9:30 a.m. Eastern, Borussia Dortmund and my favorite team to say, Bochum. We will do a watch-along for that game. And then on Sunday, August the 27th, Bayern Munich are taking on Augsburg at 11:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. So those are the two watch-alongs we are going to do this week. Enough jibber jabber. Get to the PowerPoint. Let's keep this under 20 minutes. Here we go. Match day 2 predictions. Let's get it rocking. I'm loving the PowerPoint, by the way, or Google Slides. So the first game that we have, this is a Friday, and I'm probably going to watch this tomorrow myself because it should be... I always love watching Bundesliga on a Friday. It's a big deal in Germany, and the games are always usually really amazing. And I highly recommend you check this game out. It should be a good one. Friday night Bundesliga is always a cracker, as they say. So we have RB Leipzig taking on VfB Stuttgart. And if we take a look at a FOTMob to see what people on FOTMob think, 66% think it'll be a win for Leipzig, 20% think it'll be a draw, and 14% think Stuttgart are going to win. And as a reminder, it is a 2:30 p.m. Eastern start time if you want to watch this game. Leipzig won the DFB Pokal, right, last season, won the Super Cup. I thought they're going to be rolling in, guns a-blazing, start the year. Bit of a shock loss to Leverkusen. Had a golden chance to equalize at the very end. Could not. They take the L against Leverkusen, 3-2. Stuttgart, on the other hand, smashed Bochum 5-0. So Stuttgart, lots of confidence. They were the team that got relegated into the playoff against Hamburg, beat Hamburg convincingly, and now started this year off with a bang, 5 goals. However, with my prediction of this one, Leipzig, I know Stuttgart fans, you're top of the Bundesliga. Unfortunately, I just think RB Leipzig have too much firepower on their team, too much quality. It's a home game for Leipzig. Tough environment to play in for Stuttgart. So I am going to go for an RB Leipzig win here. I think it'll be close, but I think RB Leipzig are going to get the W. This game will be played at the Red Bull Arena in Leipzig, Germany. They kept it on brand. We're called Red Bull Leipzig. The arena is going to be called Red Bull Arena. There we go. Any other interesting match facts? Oh, here's some cool insights. Thank you, FOTMob, for this. RB Leipzig haven't lost to Stuttgart in their last 10 meetings. 8 wins and 2 draws. However, Stuttgart unbeaten in their last 6 away games. So there you go. Some interesting stats there. You can make your own prediction at home. My recommendation for you at home is Leipzig. I think they're going to get the win. Next, the watch along we're going to do on Saturday morning. I'm going to get up super early for this one, so I might be half asleep during the stream, but that's okay. Bochum against Borussia Dortmund. According to FOTMob, 11% believe Bochum are going to win, 16% think they'll end up in a draw, and 73% think Borussia Dortmund are going to win. And I think we all know who I'm going to predict, but I'll do my normal spiel here. Borussia Dortmund last weekend. I don't know what to say about that performance against Köln. That was a very crap performance. They got away with it. Malen scuffed the shot, somehow went in off a corner kick in the 88th minute. The post-game interview by Edin Terzic, he was pissed off at the performance. He knew it wasn't good enough. And they need to right the ship and bounce back with the dominant performance against a crap Bochum team. However, if you go back to last season, Dortmund were at Bochum, and it was a scenario where Borussia Dortmund were first, and I think Bayern might have slipped up and dropped points, and all Borussia Dortmund had to do was win, and they had like a 4-point gap for first place. And I think Bochum equalized late. And so Dortmund dropped points, so it kept the Dortmund-Bayern gap, only like to a point or two. And we look back at that game last season. If Dortmund would have just closed that game out against Bochum, they would have won the Bundesliga. So I think Dortmund kind of seeking out some revenge, maybe. Maybe just Bochum's a bogey team for Dortmund. I have no idea. But they should get the 3 points, honestly. I'm expecting them to be just smash Bochum, to just go guns a-blazing, to be ready to go as soon as the referee blows the whistle. It should be a slaughter fest. However, though, if we take a look at Bochum, their first game of the year, we mentioned Stuttgart. They lost 5-0, and I just don't think they have a lot going on for Bochum. Their goal is just to stay up and not get relegated. And, yeah, I think they're going to get smashed again, like 5-0, 6-0 against Dortmund. But work. There we go. Dortmund is my prediction. Interesting stats here. Bochum haven't kept a clean sheet in 8 matches and have lost their last 3 matches. For Dortmund, they've kept the most clean sheets, and they're unbeaten. Well, they've kept the most clean sheets in the Bundesliga with 1. So, I mean... Okay, thank you, FOTMob, for that. And they're unbeaten in 9 away games, Borussia Dortmund. So it's got to be Dortmund here. I would be stunned if the game ended in a draw. I'd be flabbergasted to the point where I don't know what reality is if Bochum somehow beat Dortmund. It's got to be Dortmund. So I recommend Borussia Dortmund. I feel like a doctor recommending different, like, prescriptions or whatever, like, oh no, I recommend doing this versus this. I recommend Dortmund. It'll save your life. It'll cure cancer. Borussia Dortmund. Next game. As a reminder, that game we're doing, the watch-along, is a 9:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time start on Saturday. Don't forget. We will be live, 100%. I'm going to be tired, but that's when the kombucha comes in handy, when you're tired. Next, also at 9:30 a.m. Eastern, we have SV Darmstadt taking on Union Berlin. Darmstadt, newly promoted. Berlin got that 4th place Champions League spot last season. According to FOTMob, Darmstadt, 14% of people think they will win. 21% of people think they'll end up in a draw. and 65% think Union Berlin are going to win. Recent form, Darmstadt last weekend lost to Eintracht Frankfurt 1-0. If we take a look at Union Berlin, they, on paper, smashed Mainz 4-1, but I watched the highlights for that game, and Mainz had 2 penalties, and they both got saved. And my recommendation for Mainz was to practice your penalties, because it would have been a lot closer of a game if you buried them. Just a thought, if you're the head coach of Mainz watching this, work on penalties. You need just to work on it. It's plain and simple. Work on penalties, because clearly you don't. Darmstadt, they haven't scored in their last 2 matches and haven't won a match in 6 attempts. Union Berlin, they've conceded the most penalties this season with 2. Kevin Behrens is the league's top scorer. Look at that. And they're already ranked 2nd in goals per match. Those are kind of pointless stats because it's just we've only had 1 week in the Bundesliga. But I am going for Union Berlin. I love the logo. I love the bear logo. The color scheme is nice. It kind of looks like an off-brand McDonald's. The red, the yellow, but that bear logo, love it. I love its little ton. It's like a snake ton. Very interesting. Probably very good at French kissing. I don't know what that has to apply to a bear in terms of survival, having a long tongue like that, but probably a very good lover in the wilderness. I digress, though. That was a weird path I took with that one. The next game, 9:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. It's the Battle of the Heims. The Battle of the Heims is what I'm going to call this one. FC Heidenheim against Hoffenheim. Hoffenheim is what's going on here. According to FOTMob, 24% think Heidenheim are going to win. 30% think it'll be a draw, and 46% think Hoffenheim are going to get the dub. Recent team form, Heidenheim lost to Wolfsburg 2-0. Hoffenheim lost to Freiburg 2-1. So both teams ended match day 1 with a loss, looking to get a win here. Any cool stats? FOTMob. FC Heidenheim and Hoffenheim have not drawn any of their last 3 matches against each other. That's interesting. Heidenheim's unbeaten in their last 5 home games. However, Hoffenheim have not kept a clean sheet in 14 matches. So defense does not do well for Heidenheim. But in this game, I know it says in their last 3 games they have not drawn. I'm going to go for a draw. The Battle of the Heims will end in a draw. I think it'll be pretty low scoring. Maybe like 1-1, 2-2, something like that. But yeah, I'm going for a draw. I think the favorite in this one is probably, according to FOTMob, it's Hoffenheim. I think it's pretty even, honestly. I know Hoffenheim, they're a more prominent team, I would say, in the Bundesliga compared to Heidenheim. But, I mean, in terms of quality, it's pretty similar. So I'm going to go for a draw here. Next game, also at 9:30 a.m. Eastern on a Saturday, we got Köln and Wolfsburg. Köln coming off a great performance against Borussia Dortmund. I thought they stymied Dortmund's offense very well, defended well, played about as good as you could for a road team at the Signal Iduna Park. But unfortunately, football is a cruel game. You can do all the things right, and all it takes is one little bounce to ruin your night, and that's what happened for Köln. It's like you do everything right, to get the girl, and at the very last second, you spill a drink on her, and it ruins the night. That's exactly what happened for Köln. One corner kick, scuff shot, goes in the back of the net, and you come away with nothing. You come away with nothing after a good effort, but that's okay. I think Köln, if they continue that throughout the season, they might be a team to look out for, honestly. But it was one game, one performance. I need to see more of that from Köln in order to be more confident with them. I still think they'll be a mid-table team. If you go to FOTMob here, 35% think Köln are going to win. This is very tight. 28% think it's going to be a draw, and 37% think Wolfsburg are going to be a win. So it's literally as tight as you could get for each position there. If Köln will win, Wolfsburg win, or if it'll be a draw. Very tight. As I said, team form, Köln lost 1-0 last weekend. Wolfsburg beat Heidenheim 2-0 last weekend. Wolfsburg are a decent team, kind of above mid-table usually. So I think, well, actually, take one more thing before I reveal who I picked. Köln and Wolfsburg have not drawn in their last 5 matches against each other. And that's it. That's the big thing I wanted to share. But I am going to go with Wolfsburg here. Just too much quality, and I don't think Köln... I need to see more out of Köln. If they can be consistent with those performances, then I probably might have picked Köln in this game. Or a draw. But for the time being, it was one performance. I can't put my confidence in Köln that they'll win based off that one performance. So I am going to go Wolfsburg to get the win here. Man, I have a feeling this is going to be a past 20 minutes. My apologies, people. I have a strange feeling that we're going past 20 minutes today. The next game is Freiburg and Werder Bremen. This is also a 9:30 a.m. Eastern start time on a Saturday. According to FOTMob, 59% think Freiburg are going to win, 25% think it'll be a draw, and 16% think Werder Bremen are going to win. Last week, Freiburg beat Hoffenheim 2-1. And then, of course, Werder Bremen, they lost to Bayern Munich 4-0. I thought Werder Bremen did all right in the first half. And early in the second half, I thought they were going to equalize for a second there. It really wasn't until Harry Kane's second goal, or the second goal of the game by Harry Kane, that the game kind of fell apart for Werder Bremen. And Bayern got the third, and they got the fourth. But I thought they played pretty well against the defending champs, so don't look past Werder Bremen in this one. But Freiburg are usually a pretty decent side. Freiburg have won the previous 2 matches against Werder Bremen, and that's the only stat FOTMob has. I am going to go for a draw in this game. I think it'll be tight. I know Freiburg are probably considered more of the favorites in this matchup. But the way Werder Bremen performed last weekend and the way I've seen them kind of grow last season, I think they'll do enough to get a draw here on the road in Freiburg. Europa Park Stadion in Freiburg, Germany. We're going for a draw there. Next, the last game on a Saturday, it's at 12:30 p.m. Eastern. Borussia Mönchengladbach against Bayer Leverkusen. And Leverkusen are the team that many experts, including myself, I'll chuck myself in with the experts, who think Bayer Leverkusen are going to finish in the top 4 this year, based on signings, and they think they'll be that good this year. Bit surprised by that, but we'll have to wait and see. They started off the year good by beating RB Leipzig 3-2, but it's only match day 1. I need to see more out of Leverkusen. According to FOTMob, 21% said Gladbach are going to get the win, 24% it'll be a draw, and 55% think Bayer Leverkusen are going to get the win. So Bayer Leverkusen, I agree with that, are favorites in this matchup. Last week, the crazy game, Augsburg, Gladbach 4-4 was a draw. And like I said, Leverkusen 3, Leipzig 2 last weekend. This is interesting, though. Borussia Mönchengladbach unbeaten in their last 4 games and haven't lost in 9 matches. So they're on a good run of form. But for Leverkusen, they haven't lost to Gladbach in their last 7 meetings. 6 wins and 1 draw. So yeah, I mean, I have to go Leverkusen here. Just the heavy favorites. And I also love their logo as well. I'm a big fan of bears or lions. I love the lions. I am a Leo, if you're into astrology. I think some of it's true, some of it's a bit nonsense, but I am a Leo. I love myself a lion. I think it looks great. The Bayer thing reminds me of the drug company Bayer. I wonder if there's any connection between this and the drug company. Maybe there is, maybe there isn't. I don't know. It looks like the same font and everything. Interesting that they spelled it up and down like that in the logo. Never seen that before. But very cool. So I give this an A+ logo. Forget about the predictions. I'm just gonna rate logos here. Right, we're finally on to Sunday. Two more left. Bear with me, everybody. I apologize if I go on tangents like that. Sunday, 9:30 a.m. Eastern, we got Mainz and Frankfurt, the battle of the logos that look pretty similar. Red and white logos, very similar. According to FOTMob, 24% think Mainz will win, 29% think it'll be a draw, and 47% think Frankfurt are going to win. Last week, Mainz lost to Berlin 4-1. They had 2 penalty kicks, couldn't do it. They can't bury penalties in Mainz. And then Eintracht Frankfurt beat Darmstadt 1-0. I mean, I didn't really see the highlights for this game, but I would imagine Frankfurt are a bit disappointed. Yes, you got 3 points, but Darmstadt aren't that great of a team. You're probably hoping for more goals, but a win is a win is a win. And anything else? Eintracht Frankfurt haven't lost to Mainz in their last 7 meetings, 4 wins and 3 draws, so a good run of form for Frankfurt against Mainz. I am, of course, going to go for Eintracht Frankfurt here. Better logo. Mainz, you got to up your logo game. Bit boring. I love myself an eagle. Love the colors. Frankfurt, they're just a better team, better quality players. They will get the win on the road in Mainz at the Mewa Arena in Mainz, Germany. Last but not least, the watch along that we'll do on Sunday at 11:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Bayern Munich, Augsburg. Don't forget the watch along Sunday morning. At least it's later in the morning, so I don't have to adjust my schedule too much, which is nice. According to FOTMob, this is kind of laughable. 83% think Bayern will win, 9% think it'll be a draw, and 8% think Augsburg are going to win. This is at the Allianz Arena in Munich. Last weekend, Bayern beat Werder Bremen 4-0. Like I said, when we talked about Werder Bremen, I thought it was a very tight game until Harry Kane's goal. Once Harry Kane scored, it was kind of over. I think the Harry Kane effect is real. He assisted on the Sané goal, got a goal of his own. He plays deep in the midfield, good at chucking balls forward because Bayern Munich have lots of speed down the wing, so he can drop back deep, take all the pressure, doink a little ball over the top for Alphonso Davies or anyone else who's fast, Asane, you name it. And I think Bayern Munich are a very lethal team this year with Harry Kane. This game should be just an absolute blowout. Should be like a, 5-6-0 game in my opinion. I don't think Augsburg have any shot of winning. Kind of like how Bochum don't have any shot at beating Dortmund. I think this will kind of be the same. I'm expecting a major blowout. Last week, Augsburg drew with Gladbach 4-4 in that crazy game. Anything else? Bayern Munich have won the previous 2 matches against Augsburg. Augsburg haven't scored in 3 away matches, and they haven't kept a clean sheet in 5 matches. So, statistically, not looking good for Augsburg. It has to be Bayern here. If anyone at home predicted Augsburg in this one, I question your reasoning. There's just no reason Augsburg are going to win. There's just no way. Cut to Augsburg beating Bayern on Sunday. Watch them do it now. I just jinxed myself. But yeah, should be a pretty lopsided game on paper, but you never know in the Bundesliga. There's lots of parity, and you never know what's going to happen on any given day. And I believe that's all the games. So as a reminder, my total correct predictions this year, I have 5 total correct predictions. Let's see if I can double it. I have a feeling I might get a perfect score this week because I'm not confident in my picks. We'll see if you beat me at home. And then as a reminder, let's take a look at the table after match day 1. The first game obviously kicks off tomorrow for match day 2, or I guess it's today if you're in Germany. Stuttgart atop the table of the Bundesliga. We'll see if they remain atop the table after match day 2. But then we got Bayern, Union Berlin, Wolfsburg, Leverkusen, Freiburg, Frankfurt, Dortmund, Gladbach, Augsburg, Leipzig, Hoffenheim, Köln, Darmstadt, Heidenheim, Mainz, Werder Bremen, and Bochum in last place in the relegation zone. And that is it. So let's get out of this. Oh, Jesus. We're at 25 minutes. Oh, boy. My apologies, everybody. I tried to keep it under 20. I had a feeling we were going to go over, and we did. My apologies, but hey, that's what happens sometimes. I like to ramble on about Bundesliga and random things. But yeah, those are my predictions. As a reminder, keep track at home. Let me know your predictions. Send me a DM. Comment on the video down below in the comment section. Or, yeah, like I said, just comment on any Instagram post or Twitter post. Or send me a DM with your picks, your score, and we can compare. And yeah, I love this concept. It's very fun, different, and hopefully you're enjoying this at home. Just a very chill video. I like doing this type kind of stuff. Very nice. Well, we'll end it up there. So thank you everybody for watching. If you are new, consider subscribing. Bottom right hand corner, click the bell icon, smash the like button, all that bullshit. Follow me on Twitter @GrantAkeem, the Insta and Tickety Talk @Grant_Akeem, merch, Discord, and donation page. All those links in the video description. And I always like to end all of my streams by saying it's a crazy world out there, so I'm sending all my love from me to you and to everyone around the world, especially those in Germany. Yes, you guys are awesome. Sending all my love to you, and it's just a crazy world, and sending all my love. Oh, I forgot how to say it. How do I say it? I'm blanking here. Send out my love from me to you and to everyone in the world. I hope we're doing well. Hope we're doing okay. And I hope you have a great rest of your day. I forgot my own freaking tagline. Idiot. It's been a long day. But yeah, thank you. And I hope you have a great rest of your day. Speak to you soon.